All right, guys. So this is Chris, and I remember back in 2009. When my previous job started going down. I mean, you guys may not know, but I used to work in headhunting in Tokyo, Japan, and I had a very good salary. But there was the Lehman shock. Who here remembers the Lehman shock in the following subprime crisis? Well, that really hurt my headhunting business. I mean, literally the floor fell out. I went from making a couple $100,000 to $300,000 a year to making almost nothing. In fact, in 2009, I didn't close one deal. And since it was a 100% commission job, I literally made nothing. Think about that. Think about going from making $200,000. I made $200,000 almost starting. It was like $175,000 like that in 2008. And in 2009, I made nothing, not a dime. So I was really at a crossroads, and I decided, you know what, I'm going to give this internet stuff a go. And I had a good amount of savings, to be honest with you, because I had made some good money. I'd worked in corporate sales before that, and of course, I paid for my lifestyle 2009, and then started investing in eCom. Sorry, not eCom, but internet marketing in general. I was not doing eCom at the time. I was doing more of affiliate-related stuff in 2010, 2011, and so I was investing in my business. I was continuing to live my lifestyle. And my first 2 years online, I lost money. I was not profitable. So literally, I went through a 3-year stretch, 2009 with my headhunting business, 2010, 2011, where I basically made nothing. And I'd ripped through all my savings, and I was broke. I remember I had about $2,000 back in the bank. And the headhunting market was coming back, actually. At that time, I had heard from a few of my friends who stuck with headhunting that the market had returned and things were pretty good. And I actually reached out to my boss, my old company, and I said, hey, this internet stuff is not really working for me, and would you be willing to take me back? And he says, absolutely. Can you start on Monday? Because, I had a good run with them. But I had 5 years of making good money working with them, and I was successful as a headhunter, and the market was rolling good, and he was quite confident I could come back and get it rolling again. And I even told him a little short on cash. And he said, no problem. I'm willing to loan you 1,000,000 yen, which is about $10,000 as an upfront payment on your commissions that you will be making here soon. So that would have been a way out. That would have been a way out of the internet jungle that I was in. And I was very tempted to take that. But for some reason, something inside me was nagging at me. And I mean, I felt like a failure. I really did. I felt like I had failed at the internet marketing business. I just felt like a failure, and I couldn't accept that. I just had that personality type. I couldn't accept that. So anyway, make a long story short, I was able to acquire a loan of an insurance policy that my dad had taken out on his life that I'm the beneficiary of, and I bought about $15,000. And I reflected a lot back on how I got myself into this situation. How did I get into a situation where I wasn't successful? And I realized I was doing everything wrong. I was doing what most newbies do. You want to learn on the cheap, you want to learn for free or whatever, right? And so you go to YouTube and you find content on YouTube. And not that there's not good content on YouTube, there is, okay? I'm not going to lie and say there's not good, helpful content, but it's not organized, right? And it's also often be contradictory. One person says one thing, one person says another thing, and the most important thing is not systematic. It's not step by step. There's good information on this topic, and there's good information on that topic, but there's no like, step 1, do this. Step 2, do that. Step 3, do this. Step 4, do that. It's not systematic, which is a huge problem, especially for a newbie, okay? Or anyone who's trying to improve their business for that matter. And then, of course, then there's the Facebook groups, which I was also part of. Thousands of people in the Facebook group. And the amount of contradictory information and the amount of negativity in those big groups, because anyone can join, it's a distraction to your business. It actually can hurt. I sometimes believe some of these big groups actually hurt your business, not help you, right? There's plenty of groups that do, and there's a lot of people in those groups who are generally trying to help people. So don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that everyone in those groups are that way. In fact, I would say a good number of people are trying to help, but there's also the negativity, and there's also people who are distractors, and there's also contradictory information. So again, it's not concise and precise and being surrounded by the right-minded people. So I was in this group. So I decided, you know what? I need to make a change. I need to make an investment in myself. And I decided to ask around, and I found a coach and a trainer, and I made an investment in his training product and his coaching. And the whole thing cost me $6,000. And to make a long story short, this was in I remember January, so like 3rd, 2012, I made that investment. At the end of February, I ran my numbers. I knew I was having a good month in February, but I ran my numbers and I was like, wow, I just made a few $1,000s profit. And at the time, after going 2 years of not making any money, any profit online, it felt like $1 million. I mean, yes, so I was still down for my entire internet career, but it was my first profitable month. And also, most important than that, and I realize this now, is I had a clear path forward. I had a clear system, and I was surrounded by the right people who could support me, and I had a path forward. Okay, so that is my story. And anyway, what we're going to talk about here today is I'm going to give you, you're in the right place if you want to have a repeatable, simple strategy for scaling your e-com products with Facebook ads. Type a Y into the question box if that's what you want. You want a simple strategy that you can follow every time to scale your e-com products with Facebook ads. Who's interested in that? Type a Y into the chat box. We got a lot of Y's coming in there, James. Absolutely. Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Good. Beautiful. And I guess
They're
more, guys.
blasting the keyboard.
Not only am I going to give you a strategy to scale your e-com products with your Facebook ads that you can follow every single time, but if you end of this webinar, the second to last slide, I'm going to give you a product on a silver platter that, one, is not well known. A lot of sellers don't even know this thing exists. 2, it's extremely popular. 3, it sells in every single niche. I've been recommending this product to my students, my private coaching students, and I've sold it for years. And I've seen them sell across every niche: the Christian niche, the beer niche, the golfing niche. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant of the niche, the grandma niche, right? And so all you will have to do to make money today is go on to that print-on-demand companies, install their app, find that product, put a slogan on it that you know is popular, right? And guys, here's the key. I want to leave one last thing here. You will have to come up with a slogan or expression that resonates and is popular with your niche. But if you can do that, you have all you need to go out and make money right now today. Hello?
And don't forget, buddy, we're giving away a 30-minute coaching session with you if you hang out to the very end as well. We're going to choose one lucky random attendee. We're just going to stick a name, grab a name, and 30 minutes with Chris. Get your site reviewed, get some help, whatever it is you need, 30 minutes with Chris. So that's another reason to hang out to the end. Okay, two big chances you're going to find out.
All right. Now, what makes this different? What makes this different than everything that you're seeing out there in the marketplace, all the training or whatever, or coaching, right? What makes it different is I've been doing this since 2014, this coaching and training, okay? And I've been teaching since that time. And I have had a lot of successful students. In fact, you may not know the company Custom Cat, but they are the biggest, number one, largest print-on-demand company for Shopify. In other words, they have the most amount of sellers, some 15,000 sellers. And according to that, they reached out and told me this. This is from Alex himself. Half of their top 20 sellers are in my course in Mastermind. So I think that shows that I know a few things about teaching people how to do it. See, there's a lot of big sellers out there, right? And my hat's off to them. And I respect them and I love them. But just because someone's a big seller does not mean that they are an effective teacher. And I'm a proven effective teacher. I've been in eCom since 2012. I've sold millions of dollars in eCom products. I've helped thousands of students succeed in eCom. And I'm proud to say that I have spoken at many events. And the one I'm most proud of is I spoke at the second largest internet marketing event on the planet. The biggest one being Traffic and Conversions. I've not spoken at that event yet, but I'm sure that's coming. But the second biggest one is No Excuses Summit, and there's a picture of me speaking at that event. There was almost 750 people in the crowd there. So I was an honor to be invited to speak at that event. I learned Facebook ads the hard way. I learned by trial and error. I learned by investing a lot of money, and losing money, and I don't want you to do that, right? So I want to eliminate that, and I want to eliminate you learning the hard way. Imagine what it's going to be like to have once you have a winning product, to be able to scale it, make $3,000 a month profit, make $5,000 a month profit, make $10,000 a month profit. Who would like to make just if an extra $3,000 or $5,000 in their pocket this month with their Facebook ads, with their products? Who would like that? Type a Y into the chat box. Type a Y into the chat box. Yep. Great. Does your ROI drop drastically when you scale? Who has found a winning product, started scaling, and their ROI dropped? Who's seen that? Have you ever had that? Me? Yes, me. How about you, James? Have you had that happen to you? ROI's gone. Okay. Now guys.
Yeah, totally, mate. Totally painful.
What I'm going to show you today is a way that you can maintain a high low ROI. Okay. So, but I want to be 100% transparent. It is impossible to scale products and not have some ROI drop. That is reality. Okay. Because the deeper you go into any audience, the less passionate the people you are advertising to about the product or service that you're selling. Okay. That's reality. But that said, there is a method in which you can still maintain a high ROI and scale. And that's what I'm going to show you here today. Now, one thing, I'm required by law to say that, look, I cannot guarantee that you're going to make any money at all or have any success with what I'm about to teach you. This is a business, and the risk is on you. And just like all businesses, you could follow the exact correct formula and still not have it work. So what you're going to learn, here's the secrets you will learn. Secret number 1. The scaling mistake most e-com sellers are making that loses them money. Secret number 2, when to scale. Many e-com sellers scale too soon or the wrong product, which means they lose money. Secret number 3, a scaling system that will work year in and year out. And I've been using this, and so have my students, since 2013. Guys, think about this for a second. This is what you're going to learn today. I've been doing this, and so have my students, since 2013. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 6 years, and it's still working today. And the reason why this is so huge is, guys, there's been techniques that come and go all the time. Manual bidding for clicks, manual bidding for this, manual bidding for that, and push method, all sorts of other cool stuff you can do. But those techniques, effectiveness goes up and down. This has continued to work for 6 years. Who thinks that's pretty cool? Who wants to know a method that's continued to work for 6 years and probably continue to work for the next 5 years? Who's interested in that? Type a Y in the chat box. The Y's are exploding, man. Awesome. I see you guys are getting excited, and I like that. Okay. Now, secret number 1, when should you scale? Often people scale too soon. Sometimes products start fast and die. It just happens. Okay. 2, products should sell consistently for a week before you start to really scale. Now, of course, during that week testing period, you want to be adding new ad sets. Don't get me wrong. You want to be adding more money to it, right? But you don't want to be aggressive. You just want to be conservative and make sure it's selling consistently for a week, because some products start fast and die. And the third, and this is the most important thing, and a lot of people make this mistake. A lot of people start testing their products on their lookalike audiences, or test their products on their custom audiences, or test their products on their previous buyers, or test their products on their Facebook fan page fans. And I think this is a huge, huge mistake for a couple reasons. Number 1, those are your best audiences. Why would you test products that you don't even know will sell well to audiences that are exclusive to you, and then burn those audiences out with running too many products to them? You only want to present products to your custom audiences, to your buyers, to your fan fan page fans, your lookalike audiences that you know are going to sell, because those are the audiences that will perform the best and make you the most money. So you want to only present to them something that you know is going to sell really, really well. And number 3 here, guys, we're talking about selling thousands of units, not talking about selling hundreds. I'm not interested in selling hundreds of units. That's fine and dandy, but to truly make money in this business and to truly scale an e-com store, you need to have products that sell thousands of units. Okay, thousands. 100S, 000S, right? And then 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 units. Okay, so I need to know if my product is scalable. Okay, how do I know if my product's scalable? I know it when I take it and I test it against the competitive marketplace. So let's just say you're in the cat niche. I want you to target the word cat. I want you to target the word cat rescue. I want you to target the word cat association, right? Interest targeting that anyone on Facebook can target. Anyone, right? You're going right at your competition. You want to know why? Because if you can get this product to sell against that competition and it sells for a week, cha-ching, you have something. Okay, yeah, I want to make sure that's clear. If there's any question on that, because that's really, really a critical point. Is that clear, guys? Why you want to go after interest targeting and not your specialized audiences? Any questions there? James, is there any questions coming into the... Nope, doesn't appear to be any questions. Good, we're all good. Okay, good. All right, next. Scaling secret number 2. Typical scaling mistakes. Number 1, increase ad set budget on winning ad set. Okay. People say, wait, Chris. Facebook in their own blog says you can increase it 20% a day. Yes, you can. But think about this for a second, okay? 20% a day. That is such a small increase, right? So that let's just say you had a $20 ad set and you did $20 a day, sorry, 20% a day increase. We're talking about increasing your ad set budget $4. I mean, that is nothing, okay? In fact, it's so bad that it doesn't even make sense to do it, because every time you increase the budget, right, you risk throwing off the optimization that Facebook's been doing for that ad set. And you're much better off just creating new ad sets. So scaling mistake number 1, don't even touch your budget. Once you start the ad set, never change it. Never change the budget on the ad set. Okay? Let me jump to number 3 here on this slide, and then we'll go back to number 2. Duplicate winning the ad set too much. It's okay to duplicate a winning ad set a few times, but once you start getting to 5, 10, 20 duplicates, I mean, no matter how big the audience is, they start to cannibalize each other and they stop working well. So yeah, duplicate a couple times, that's fine, but don't go crazy with that. But a lot of people do. Let's go back to number 2. And here's one of the biggest ones. This is huge, guys. If you don't remember anything on this slide, remember this. Don't fall in love with your social proof on a given post, okay? So what happens is when you start running a lot of traffic to a post, one day it just dies. One day sales just fall off the cliff. You will know. Trust me, you will know. It's just, what the heck? I went from 50 sales yesterday to 2 today. I mean, something's wrong, okay? What's wrong there is Facebook has decided that you've run too much traffic to that post. Facebook favors new posts, new content, okay? So if that post has got a lot of traffic to it and it's also got some sort of negative feedback, or a lot of people hide the post because they're sick of seeing the ad, well, what's going to happen is it's going to die. But guys, it's so easy. It's unbelievable. If you have a winning product and you have a winning ad image and you know the targets that are hot, just post it again. Take the exact same image, take the exact same product, post it again, and start advertising the same targets. And you'll be shocked what will happen. It'll work. It'll start converting again. And on top of it, guys, yes, the post has no social proof, but if it's a hot product with a good ad image, it'll get the social proof back in a day or 2. It takes almost no time to get social proof back. So repost, guys. I do this all the time. This is one of the biggest tricks I have for getting 20,000 views in sales. I take the same post, the same image and everything, and I just go out and do it again. Is that clear? Any questions on that?
No questions coming in so far, buddy.
Someone asked, how much is too much on duplicated assets? I would say 5, anything more than 5 is too much. Okay, now I'm going to teach you secret number 3, but I want to point out this is only one, a mere one of 14 different scaling methods that we use in my eCom Vantage course and mastermind group. So you're going to learn one, and that's all you're going to learn. The rest of the 13 are secret and proprietary information only for members of my course and mastermind group. Secret number 3, expand scaling. What you want to do is you want to launch many $5 conversion ad sets a day. So $5 ad sets, many of them, optimizing for both add to cart and purchase. Guys, test both. One day add to cart can perform well. One day purchase can perform well. One thing I've learned about this is there's no consistency with Facebook. It's weird. But so test both. Take the same target and test both. I recommend 10 to 20 ad sets. So this is, by the way, this is after you've done your week of testing. Say your first week, you start off with going to be 3 ad sets, and you add a couple more the next day and a couple more the next day. That's the pace you want to go for 1 week. So, but you've gone through the week, you've gone through the selling, and now you are scaling, okay? You want to launch 10 to 20 ad sets for a few days and see how that goes every day. If that works, do more, 30 to 50. And it's okay to test the same target over and over and over again. It will perform differently. Here's a weird thing about Facebook. And something you absolutely have to remember. Facebook is an auction, okay? Facebook ads is an auction. So that means that the competition on a given interest one day will affect your results. So let's just say you target cat rescue. We were using the word cat earlier, so let's continue with that example. Say you're targeting cat rescue. Okay, well, say it performs badly today. That could be because there's a lot of competition. So there's nothing wrong with going out back to it 5 or a week later and see what happens. I do it all the time. And it can perform well the next time. Okay? It's because of the competition. At any given time, the competition goes up and down. It's a fluid market. We don't live in a static market with advertising. Now, people are saying to themselves, man, that's a lot of ad sets. How am I going to come up with that many targets? I mean, that's a good question. And here's how you do this, okay? So the audience size when you're scaling, right, should be 20,000 or more. Even you can get away with 10,000, actually. I've gone as low as 10, even 5,000. So don't worry about smaller audiences. When you're scaling, you have a hot product or whatever, go ahead and launch it. How do you think of this many targets? Think of many categories like magazines, blogs, TV shows, brands, equipment, books, famous people, etc. Search in the ads manager tool. If you type in a keyword of any niche, cat, for example, they're going to give you suggestions. Go to Google, type in the top 10 cat food brands. I'm just using cat as an example, and right? But you can go into Google and type top 10 whatever, top 10 famous people, top 10 books, top 10 blogs, right? Top 10 TV shows, right? Etc. And guys, there's more than, these are just suggestions. There's actually a lot more you can do. Go to Audience Insights. Type in your interest that's working, right? And then look at the other interests that Facebook suggests. Custom audiences that we just mentioned. Lookalike audiences off of custom audiences. Lookalike audiences off the Facebook Pixel and fan page. Lookalike audience off of video ads, right? You can create a video ad, and then you can create lookalike audience off people who viewed it. So if you combined all this, guys, you can come up with hundreds of targets. I've never seen a niche, even small niches, you can't come up with 200, 300 targets, and that's enough. If you have enough, if you have 200, 300 targets, you're good. You can do this because you can recycle them, use them over and over and over again, right? Now, you're probably saying, Chris, wait, does it not take a lot of time setting up and managing this many ad sets, especially since they're all unique? And the answer is yes. Everything that I've taught you today can be done manually through the ads manager, okay? You can do it, and a lot of people do. But just know that, yes, it's going to take time. But there's good news. You can use automation to fix this, and it's exactly what I do, okay? I'm going to give you my automation tools right here today. Software and automation. You can use Quia or Ad Espresso. I prefer Quia. It's cheaper. It's just as good as Ad Espresso. And you can save templates of targets. So literally, for example, I'm in the beer niche, and one things I like to target are mechanics, right? Mechanics are beer drinkers. So I have a saved template of all different targets related to mechanics, right? So there's like some 35 of them that I target. So literally I grab that template from Quia and I say, hey, launch $5 ad set to all these different, targets. And you know how long it takes me to launch 35 ad sets? About a minute. So if you use these software and tools, you can save yourself a lot of time. So and sometimes you ask yourself is how much is your time worth? Ad management as well. Okay, so Quia and Ad Espresso are not the greatest ads management tools. They're great for launching, but not the greatest. They have rules as well, but I like to use what's something called Trust Ads, right? It's number 2. Trust Ads is what I use. You can also set up rules within the Facebook Ads Manager as well. It's simple, right? But you can do that. So if you combine Quia and Trust Ads, or even Quia rules and Facebook Ads rules management, combine those, you can automate a lot of this process, and you can save yourself a lot of time and trouble. Any questions on that? Are we having
There's
any
one
questions?
question there, buddy. Yeah, did you see that one?
Yep.
You recommend we target one interest or pool of interest or stacking it?
One ad set, one interest. One ad set, one interest. Okay, guys. So I love showing students results. In fact, I prefer showing student results versus my results because my results don't help you, right? What helps you is to know that I've been able to teach other students to do and get results. So here's a student of mine. This particular product, using the methods that we teach, she was making $22 profit, okay, revenue, gross revenue, okay, after shipping, after cost of goods, after transaction fees, okay. So first day one, and by the way, this is not just a Facebook ads thing, right? You've got to have your site set up properly to convert. You've got to have good products using the system that we find to create and find good products, right? And then you got to have good advertising and targeting, right? Which I told you one way to that today. But look at day one. She had 2 sales at $2.44, two sales at $2.80, one sale at 82 cents. Now, let's fast forward a few days later. Okay, exact same ad sets, guys. I deliberately had her take screenshots of both. Okay, you'll see that. Look, yes, her ROI did go down slightly. Eight purchases at $5.61. 8 purchases at $7.61. 6 purchases at $6.60. Guys, but keep in mind, she was making $22 per purchase. James, if you were making sales at $5, if you're paying $5, if you're getting $22, how many $5.61 would you be willing to spend? James, are you there, buddy? Okay, he's not. I don't know. He stepped away. I look, but obviously, guys. Okay, let me ask the group. If you're making $22 revenue back, how many $5.61 would you be willing to spend, my friends, on the webinar? People are typed in as many as I can. Absolutely. Yeah, you'd be willing to spend a lot. Okay. But how do you create something like this? Right? How do you create a situation where you're bringing in this kind of revenue, this kind of return? It's about the whole system, guys. I just showed you a small slice of it. But to get these kind of results, these kind of returns, you need a good website set up the way we teach. You need good products the way we teach. You define them or cook them. And you need the whole ad system, not just the one that we just showed you today, but you need the whole thing. How would you like to get results like this? Make 5,000 profit a month. Make 10,000 profit a month. Make 15,000. Guys, I got a question for you. What would extra $5,000 this month do for you? Let's keep it real. Let's not talk about huge numbers because, guys, there are people who do huge numbers in my group and course of mastermind. But let's just keep it real. How much would an extra $5,000 mean to you today? How much does that mean to you and your family? What could you do with that? How about $26K a month? JP is a member of our group. JP, it'd be great if you hold on here later on. I want to pull you out and have you do a testimony if that's awesome. Because he's doing $26K profit in our group. Vacations, yeah, no problem. Thanks, JP. Vacations, that's right. It means vacations. It can mean not worrying about paying your bills, right? You know it's there, right? So this gets pretty meaningful. All right, so let's continue on. How would you like my help? Who's interested in my help in working with you to get your ecom business going? Who'd be interested in my help? Type of Y. So they can come to Japan and treat me to shabu shabu. Yes. Who wants my help? Type of Y in the chat box. Yep. Yes, 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 for sure. Well, today I'm going to show you how you can get my help. You can join my course mastermind called eCom Vantage. Let me tell you what you're going to get. You're going to get our product development course. And guys, this is huge. I really want to emphasize this because this is so unique compared to every other course in mastermind out there. Most trainings and courses on product development, they have, on eCom, they have a training in there about maybe 20 to 30 minutes about how to get products. Doesn't even do that section justice. And that's the most important part of this business. If you don't have a good product, you don't have a business. We have 7 hours of training. I shit you not. 7 hours of training on product development and creation. There are so many cool, unique ways you can find dropship products. There's so many cool, unique ways you can create products for POD. And we really go into depth on this. And the reason why is because I want you to never, ever struggle to find a new product again. And this course solves that. And that's $1,000 value. We get our site optimization course. Again, like I said, you need the product's the engine, but then you need the frame of the car. And we cover that. We have Facebook ads in great detail. I've seen similar ads courses out there, because we have some 33 videos on Facebook ads in the course. I've seen similar courses out there sell for $1,500. Okay. And then here's the most critical, most important point. And I really, really, really want to emphasize this. And JP, this is where I want to bring you out, buddy. This is a true mastermind, okay? A true mastermind. I am in the Facebook group every single day answering questions. I've been doing live streams once a week, but now we're up into 2 times a week to answer your questions. No question goes unanswered. And this is really, really important, guys, because the reason why people fail is they get stuck and they're confused and they need guidance, and we provide that. And guys, not just me, right? I'm in there every single day, but guys, there are several guys in my group from Mastermind that are doing 7 figures. They have 7-figure stores, and I've created this culture in this group where I'm in there answering questions all the time, and they just come in there and answer. I'm amazed sometimes. I wake up in the morning and there's some questions there and they've already been answered. So but if they haven't answered, I answer, or I even double down on their answer and I give extra advice. JP, I'm going to pull you out here, buddy. Do you mind commenting on the group and the support you're getting and everything? That'd be awesome. JP, go ahead, buddy. You're live. Oh. I'm trying to unmute you.
Hear me?
You're live, buddy.
All right. Well, guys, I just got to tell you, first of all, I'm not getting paid anything for this. I just happened to see one of Chris Blair's emails come across. I thought I'd join tonight. I joined about halfway through, but I've been in online sales and owned my own websites for, almost 20 years. And, on average, 13 to 15,000 profit is what I was making. And that's, that's great. I mean, it's awesome. Don't get me wrong. I joined about 6 months ago, roughly. The first week of going through the training, the videos, the webinars, watching all these awesome people that Chris has gathered together in one place, and just little tweaks here and there. I can tell you one simple tweak on my site 6 months ago, one little tweak. The second half of the month, I doubled the sales that I did the first month. One little tweak is all I did, following some of the steps that Chris outlines. And he has all these, I mean, you don't understand. There's a ton of these guys that have helped put together these videos, and all these, I mean, and it's step by step. Hey, stupid, do this and it'll work. Hey, stupid, try this. And that's what I felt like. And I got to tell you guys right now, I did 39 grand in December. 39 $9,000 in profit. That's
Nice.
after shipping cost. That's after, now granted, a lot of my products we make in-house, but we did start it in the POD business and some of the drop shipping and following, Chris's stuff. And we literally added an extra 10K in December just from stuff from this course. So guys, it's worth it. Let me tell you.
Let me ask you one question, specific question. What's your opinion of the support group in the Facebook group?
Oh man, and it's great because it's not just Chris. Okay, there's other masterminds in there. There's idiots like me that may know something and say, hey, here's my opinion on this or whatever. But there's everybody in this group. They're there to help you. And it can be, there's no stupid question. There's, I've asked stupid questions in there that I thought, God, and then I get the answer and I'm like, oh crap, why didn't I think of that? And it's so simple. And every day there's, questions and stuff, and you learn from other people. That's the thing. Somebody else must say, hey, I'm having a problem with XYZ. And you're like, well, crap. Yeah, I'm having the same problem, but I hadn't addressed it yet. And boom, and Chris he does his live 2 or 3 times a week. Sometimes it's only once or twice. It just depends. But he's there answering questions. He does his live that you can ask him directly. So it's not like you're, emailing support or doing this or doing that and waiting 2 days for an answer. He's there. You can ask a question. He's answering questions every single day. And other people, like I said, these other masterminds, I've met a couple of really cool people in this group that have helped me tremendously on other facets. SEO. I mean, oh my God, just the section on SEO alone in the course is worth the price of admission. Trust me.
You jumped ahead to one of the bonuses I'm going to mention.
Well, there you go.
Thanks, JP. I appreciate that. So, thanks, JP. Appreciate you, buddy. All right, so guys, you just heard one of the bonuses that's coming, but guys, so just the core course, it's a $7,994 value, but there's more. There's actually more. So currently there's 306 students in there, and you can see some of the results people are getting right there, and you just heard from JP himself. Bonus number 1. Email marketing and funnels. Guys, there's a lot of value, a lot of cash being left on the table by a lot of eCom sellers because not properly emailing marketing to their list and also not using funnels. So I brought in, I know a lot about emails and funnels, and I've done really well with that, but you know what? I know 2 people who are actually better than me than I am. So Jason Williamson and Matt Stefanik, I brought them in, and they did a section on email marketing and funnels and some incredible stuff. That's a $200 value. Bonus number 2, Mr. J. I can't even say his name publicly. That's part of our agreement. You have to get into the course and see the actual webinar in order to find out who this person is. But they built a $12 million business on Instagram influencers. Sorry, with Instagram influencers. That's all they did. That's how they built that business. They sold it. And he does a webinar on a unique method that to find the right Instagram influencers. The reason why people are failing at Instagram influencer marketing is because they're not finding the right people. And he has a special system to identify the right people to target, the right Instagram influencer to go after, and that's a $1,000 value. Michael Chris said, I'm an eCom Vantage. I've taken a lot of eCom trainings and been coached by some insanely successful people. Chris's eCom course is the most unique and sustainable training I've seen. I recommend it highly. It's worth every penny if you want to build a sustainable business. So here's what you're going to get. The product development course, site optimization, Facebook ads course, a real mastermind. Bonus number 1, email marketing funnels. Bonus number 2, Instagram influencers, a $9,191 value. Who's already made up their mind to join? They haven't even seen all the extra bonuses. There's more, actually. Guys, I got news for you. There's actually more. Type a Y into the chat box if you're ready to join now. James, how many Ys we got coming there, buddy? Oh, yeah. Y, yes, me.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone how. Guys, don't worry. Just hold on here. We'll get to that here in a second. I'll get you the how here in a second. But there's more, guys. There's actually more. Bonus number 3, Pinterest marketing. Guys, I actually did Pinterest wrong. when I brought Teresa in to teach Pinterest. See, Teresa is an expert in Pinterest. Like most of us people are focused on Facebook. She focused all of her effort and zagged to Pinterest. And for the last 3 years, she's built a massive e-com store running 95% of her traffic from Pinterest. And when she did the webinar, I was really pissed at myself because she did 2 training webinars. I realized I did Pinterest wrong, and most people are. So she revolutionized how we're doing Pinterest, and it's working now for us and working now for the students, and that's a $275 value. Bonus number 4, building your e-com brand on YouTube and making sales with YouTube. You absolutely can. I brought in an expert named Adam Payne, also a fellow in Japan. Guys, I'm American living in Japan, so I sort of biased to other marketers living in Japan. Adam has built huge businesses on YouTube, and he came in and taught this section, and that's $197 value. Here's another example from a student from December. These particular students in the group did $162,000 in sales in December. So here's what you're going to get. You're going to get the product development course, site optimization webinar, Facebook ads course, a real mastermind, email marketing funnel, Instagram influencers, Pinterest marketing, YouTube marketing, a $9,685. Who is in? Who wants to join? Type a Y in the chat box. Woohoo! Yep, yeah, yeah. Man, exploding. Those Ys are really exploding. Kelsey, hold on. We'll get it here in a second. And bonus, the final bonus, which JP actually just alluded to in his testimonial. Bonus number 5, SEO to get sales. Guys, if you're not doing SEO, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. SEO traffic converts better than paid traffic, and it makes sense that it would, because think about this, guys, for a second. People who come from Google, who are proactively searching for the type of product you're selling, they're more likely to buy. And then here's the other thing, guys. I've been involved in helping 4 students sell their websites. One of the questions that the investors asked was how much organic traffic you're getting from Google. They want to know how much traffic is coming from Google because it affects the value of your business. And typically, guys, for example, the guy on this webinar, right? James, tell him how much you're charging me a month for SEO.
We charge you a measly $1,000 US a month, buddy, don't we?
Yep, $1K. Guys, that's a typical going rate for SEO out there. Now what you're going to get in eCom Vantage bonus, there's 4 webinars on SEO. 2 from a guy named Tony, and 2 from our buddy James right here, who's on this call on this webinar. And now you have to do it yourself, but everything you need to do to get your SEO rocking, to get sales coming in from Google and to improve your ranking is included. And that is a $1,000 value at least. So here's another student example. This is extreme, and I got to put this asterisk here. This is not typical numbers, okay? But this particular person on a Father's Day sale did $200,000 in sales in 1 weekend. 1 weekend, not 1 year, not 1 month, 1 weekend. Saturday was $72,000. The next day was $132,000. He had the perfect product for Father's Day. He did a major push, and it converted like crazy. There's a 7-day money-back guarantee. Guys, after you join eCom Vantage, for the first 7 days, no matter what the reason, there's no reason that I will say no to. I don't like, Chris, man, your voice is driving me crazy. I'm sick of hearing it. Whatever, right? You have a 7 days to get in there. I take all the risk. Go in there and kick the tires. See if you like it or not. If you don't, it's not for you. Just message our support desk. We'll hook you up. So here's what you're going to get. Product development creation course, site optimization, Facebook ads course, real mastermind, email marketing and funnels, Instagram influencers, Pinterest, YouTube marketing, SEO. And guys, actually, to tell you the truth, there's more. The Snapchat course. There's information on Etsy. There's actually more that I've even included in the bonuses, but they're in there. A total value of $10,682 on just the parts I mentioned. There's actually stuff I haven't even mentioned. Who wants in? Who wants in? Yep. Yes. Think about this for a second, guys. If all this course and mastermind did was finally make your e-com business profitable, would it be worth it? If all this did was kick you in the butt and get you started, guys, think about this, guys. A lot of people have been on the fence saying, oh, man, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know if I'm committed. if this, just by making this purchase here today, if this kicked you in the ass and got you rolling, got you motivated, would that make a difference? Would this, what if all this is give you just a little bit of extra cash? We just talked about, say an extra $3,000 a month. Nothing huge, right? And you can travel a little bit or not worry about your bills. Would this be worth it? You have choice tonight. You can dip into your savings or credit card and you can leverage my experience or support. Or you could do nothing. And tomorrow when you wake up, nothing will be different. There's a tale of two people. There's two types of people on this webinar right now. There's a person on the left who is sitting there wondering, should I do this? Is this for me? And if you're that type of person, please get off the webinar right now. I don't want to work with you. I want to work with people who are highly motivated, ready to make a difference in their life. The people, like the people on the right, who are saying, I got this. I'm going to make this happen. If you're that type of person, I want you to sign up today. Guys, I'm a normal guy, okay? I'm not some elusive, like, guru type, you know, who's high in the sky, got incredible, great knowledge. I'm just a beer drinking guy from Colorado. You know, although I'm living in Japan right now with my family out here, but you see, look at this. There's myself and my brother who's a police officer just having a beer. I'm the guy on the right. Sorry, the left on this slide. The guy on the left. I'm just a normal guy. I'm nothing special. So if I can have success in this, anyone can. What would be a fair price? You guys just heard JP talk about how he doubled his revenue over the last 6 months by one tweak on his website based on what he learned in our course of Mastermind. So what would be a fair price? Honestly, the price I just showed you, the $10,000 price, that would be totally fair. But here's what we're going to do. I've decided to have a monthly option, a year option, or a lifetime one-time option. You can get in today for $100 a month. That is it, guys. And think about this. For the last 2 years, by the way, the lifetime went up from $2,000 to $2,500 now. I've had a lot of people say to me, oh, I can't afford $2,000. There's no way in the world I can do $2,000. I've been saving up for a month. I can't do it. And yeah, you know what? I decided, you know what? I'm going to eliminate every excuse. There's absolutely no excuse why you can't join eCom Vantage here today. It's $100 a month. Guys, think about this. $100. What does that break down to? A cup, going to McDonald's, having a cup of coffee at Starbucks. For the price of one cup of coffee a day at Starbucks, you can join our course in Mastermind, learn from the content, but more important, get my ongoing support. Guys, I can't emphasize that enough. The support. The reason why my students are successful is because they get support. This is not just like, okay, you buy the course and that's it. It's just the beginning. Now, what you want to do is you want to go to eCom Vantage right here, ecomvantage.com/VIP. You want to scroll down here. There's a little video there. We're doing a new video here soon, but you want to choose one of these options, okay? And if your financial situation is tough or you're afraid of this investment, get in for $100 a month. You can cancel anytime, and we have a 7-day money-back guarantee. So to click one of these buttons, we'll go to the $100 a month one. Bang, fill out your information. You can even pay with PayPal credit. Let's jump back to the presentation. Okay, so what you're going to get, let me recap this one more time. Product development creation course, site optimization, Facebook ads, real mastermind, email marketing funnels, Instagram influencers, Pinterest, YouTube, SEO. Oh, wow. I forgot. I was going to take away this particular bonus number 6 because we introduced the monthly, but you know what? Since it's on the slide, I'm going to go ahead and honor this. All right. So for the first 3 people who join on this webinar, I will give you 2 hours of coaching as well. That's an extra bonus I wasn't planning to include. Forgot to edit the slide. So the first 3 people who join, even if you join on the monthly, I'm going to go ahead and give you 2 hours of private coaching. So that means it brings up the value to $11,282. And guys, the thing is, there's actually more. There's actually more. Here's some examples of students, successful students, 84,000, 36,000, 46,000 in sales. It's $100 a month. or $1,000 for a year, or $2,500 for a lifetime, go to ecomvantage.com/VIP. Let me answer your most common questions. How much do I need to start? Well, ideally, you want about $1,000. To be honest, that would be a good number to start really investing in your business, but you can get by with less. You can get by with a few hundred. 2, which is better, drop shipping or POD? Print on demand is definitely better. For building a long-term, sustainable brand, getting repeat customers, print on demand is much better. Is it print on demand harder than drop shipping? Yes, that is true. It's harder to come up with your own unique products, print on demand, than drop shipping. So I often recommend that you start off a little bit of drop shipping if you're a beginner. Get your feet wet. Learn the marketing. So start with some drop ship products, and we have a whole cool system about how to find good drop ship products in the course of Mastermind. Is eCom Vantage good for beginners? Absolutely. There is a step-by-step playbook in the basic section that explains you step 1, do this, step 2, do that, step 3, etc. Is eCom Vantage okay for experienced sellers? Absolutely. It's great for experienced sellers. Is FB the only traffic source you use? No, we use tons of traffic sources, and we talked about that earlier in the webinar. Is there a guarantee you'll make money? No. In fact, here's the honest truth, guys. A lot of people will guarantee you're going to make money, and they can't guarantee you anything. The reality is this is a business. You can do all the right things and still not have success. But here's what I guarantee you. Here's what I guarantee you. 1, you're going to get a great course that's being updated and new content is being added constantly. And number 2, you're going to get my ongoing support in the Facebook group. So go to ecomvantage.com/VIP.